Hey guys, J-Dub here, and yet again we have another cool project that came into the shop. As I get older, the puzzles just seem to get more involved. This bunch of pieces right here, in the end, is supposed to be a sculpture of a jumping fox. Actually, let me rephrase that. Will be a sculpture of a jumping fox. I'm going to take all of these pieces and put them all together, and in the end, it's going to be absolutely amazing. Let me take you over to the computer and show you what it's supposed to look like when it's all completed. Okay, we're just going to open this tab up here, and here we go. This is what we're supposed to be looking like when we're finished. Super cool. You can see all the light is going to come through all those triangle holes. And there's actually 4 of these in total, each one kind of moving through the process of a complete jump. So this one is just when the fox is leaving the ground, and the last one will be just after it lands. But it's going to be super cool. Let's get started. So I've got my instructions here and all of my pieces laid out. First thing I'm going to do is just familiarize myself with all the bits and pieces and the parts. Kind of separate the legs and the tail from the body. I know that the head is here, and I'm going to try to make sense of this, and then it should start coming together rather quickly. I hope. So now that I've been working on this for a bit, it's still not looking like much, but I'm starting to get a little bit of a system going on. This is the start of the neck, and this here is the upper shoulder blade. And what I've been doing is I find it easiest just to put 2, let me get around to the back side here, 2 main tacks right on the upper spine, and then I work my pieces around. So far so good. You know, everything seems to be fitting really quite well. My next piece here is going to be the top of the head and down to the nose, so I'm going to work on that next. There's a few filler pieces underneath here, and then obviously the front legs are going to come off, and I'll start working my way down. I am going to leave the legs off, I think, until kind of the very end. I might assemble them so I can fit them into their place just to make sure everything is working out properly. Things are starting to take shape now. The little fella's face is coming around. I'm fighting a couple of the angles, but I've been doing this so long that I know I'm gonna win. But there you guys go. Here's a look at, where I'm at. Gonna be super cool when it's done. I really like all the angles. And all these holes are gonna get a little piece of colored like Lexan for light to come through, so it'll look pretty cool. I like this type of challenge. It's worth putting the work in, because in the end, it's gonna be looking pretty neat. Have a little look at the back side. Okay, let's add in some more pieces. Now that I've got the face complete, I'm working my way down the body. I got my next piece here folded up. I put tape on the back side here just to stop any spatter from getting in, because there's a little piece of the Lexan that's colored for light to come through, and I don't want to get any spatter in there, so it's harder to fit the individual little pieces in. So everything is going pretty good so far. Fitting decent, I would say. There's the odd little, I think I've got just a little bit of gap here, but I've got a weld all around here. All of these seams need to be welded up anyway. So all in all, it's really going quite well. So just got to keep going at it and it'll be done. This is left open just so I guess there's going to be a light on the underside, and it's going to come up under the body and through all the holes. So there it is. So I just wanted to bring you guys in for a second, because this is the first time that I'm starting to have a little bit of problems putting this fox together. All these convoluted angles are now starting to compound right here. As you can see, I've got quite a bit of gap here and here. So I'm having to force these parts together right now. I've got a ratchet strap across here. I will get this figured out, but it's about reading these angles and seeing which one I could maybe straighten out a little bit to get this to close up. So it's a lot of kind of guesswork, but really there is a solve for this like puzzle, I guess. Some of these angles are just wrong right now. So I just got to figure out which ones to bring this forward and this up to make this fit together properly. So that's all I wanted to say for this little segment. I got to keep going, but like we are getting somewhere. It's not like I have stopped making progress. It's looking really good. It's just these compounding angles are starting to really, you know, there's just a lot of them. And you just don't know, is it this one that you need to straighten up a little bit? Or does this one need to bend down a little bit? Or do I need to pucker this up? Or do I need it to sink down? I don't know, but that's what I got to figure out. So we're really starting to make headway on this fox. I'm just about done. I've got the tail assembled. I just got to get it fitting in here. And then we just have the inside of both legs to do, but I've got to hold off on that because we're going to put an inner structure here with a tab inside. Just because of the way it stands, if somebody jumped on the back, it would just collapse. So we're going to put a piece of stainless on both legs and then probably a plate, and then it's going to be mounted into concrete. So we're just about there on the first one. It's been a pretty fun project for me. I like it. So let's just finish it up so we can see it in full completion, and I'll bring you guys back in. Now with the tail attached, it really starts to bring the little fox alive. You can see it's gonna be more upright, but it's in the jumping motion. So it's gonna be pretty cool looking when it's sitting in between some flowers and some bushes in the middle of a roundabout at the college at TRU. Now that the fox is completed, I've started with all of the welding. I've got to go around and weld every one of these seams and polish it out. So in the end, it just needs to transition from angle to angle, and I don't really want to see any of the welds. So everything is going good so far. I've kind of started grinding a little bit on the face, and you can see that I got quite a bit more to go. I'm just doing some welding and then doing some grinding, some welding, some grinding, until I work my way all the way down to the tip of the tail. But there's the progress for now. Now that I'm getting close to the end, I'm struggling just a little bit with these key pieces. These pieces here are just the extra strength to support the fox. And you know, they fit okay, but they're not fitting the best. I've got a porta-power pushing inside the rib cage there, just trying to spread it all out. I don't want it to collapse on me, but I'm like 2 pieces here and 1 piece here away from being finished after I fit these little leg supports. And let me tell you, I've been working on them for a while, and it's a tough go, but I'm getting there. So I've really made some good progress on our fox. The tail's all welded out. I've got a lot of the welding done up in here. I have finished one of the legs with that inner structure. That was challenging. This side, I still have to put that in. I think this will be the easier leg. That leg, I had to kind of bend the aluminum inside to make it all fit, because I needed to be able to weld it and have it secured inside that leg really well. But we're getting there. And soon will be the big reveal. So I'm finally done with all the welding on our fox. It's time to start kind of cleaning it up. And I don't know exactly what the final texture is gonna be as far as shininess, or if it's gonna be left just like this. All I know for now is I just need to give everything a light sanding. So I'm gonna start with, I've been kind of playing around, but I figure 120 grit is getting it looking like this. So the first step is, let's get it looking consistent. So it's all one color, I guess. And if he wants to take it down a little bit, you know, makes it a little bit shinier, then we can do that. This gives us a good base to start with. We'd probably have to go to about 220 if he really wanted to get the luster back like this. But I've got to get it all sanded out. We're just about done. And if we did a good enough job, we might get another one, because there is 4 of them. So all in different positions. I've really enjoyed this one, so I would like to do another. It has taken a lot of hours to get to this point. Don't kid yourself. but we're just about there. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick it up and we're gonna put it on a pallet, because if we're gonna start polishing it up, we don't want it laying on its side getting all scratched up. So I'm going to put it on a pallet as a tripod, cardboard under the tail, a little strap, and we're gonna start cleaning this old girl up. So we're now really close to being done with the Fox. We just finished the first round of sanding, and that's about where we're finished our part of the job. I believe that it will get polished from here. I'm not sure what the exact finish is going to be, but we were just asked to clean up all the welds and give it a uniform look with the first round of sanding, and we have done that. It's looking pretty awesome. All the triangles, I can't wait to see that with some stained glass inside each one of those triangles, reflecting the light at night is going to look absolutely insane. I'm super honored to be part of this project, and I cannot take full credit for this. Fry Designs was the one that spent all the hours behind the computer designing these in this position. As you can see, he's standing up pretty straight, and I believe he's probably about 45 when he's going to be sitting in the roundabout at TRU. And again, I could not be more honored to have been asked to do this project, because when my kids get a little bit older and they're up at TRU, they're going to be able to look at this and be like, my dad had part of this. And that just means the world to me. I'm going to end this video off right here. Like always, guys, be safe out there. Peace. See you on the next one. Like and subscribe like always. You know the deal.